Hi everyone, it's GBGW Time with Andrea, and today's video is going to be all about crews in the game and how to get tons of crew points, and it's going to be a crew tutorial. Basically everything you need to know about crews, crew points, all of that. I have my 5-year-old in the room with me, so he just might join the conversation a little bit here. Okay, so crews. You find your crew by being very annoyed by this pop-up thing. And I try to snag next to it every time, but it's impossible. Anyway, so your crews, this is your main page for crews. This is after you've created a crew. You'll have a little tutorial. If you've never come in here before, you can create a crew at that point or join a crew. I'll show you a little bit about basically about creating a crew. I'm not going to show you how to because I can't do that all over again because I've already done it. So, but this is basically what it's going to look like. And down here, you can actually communicate with your crew, which you can't really communicate with your crew because you can't. But you can go through the usual stickers from, the multi-missions that we all know, except a couple of new ones right here. One more round, I've got you covered. I'm in. So those are some new ones that they've given us, and then along with the regular ones. And then they've also given us some actual messages to send. Requesting assistance. I've got you covered. Let's do this. Congrats. Thanks. Sorry. All of these things right here, right? That was a blast, okay? The problem with those messages is you can't tell when people are online and you can't communicate important messages. And so I would recommend if you've got a crew or if you are in a crew or if you've created one, whatever, you have a Discord server where you can communicate. Either have it be a channel on an existing Discord server or create your own specific Discord server just for it. Okay, so that's basically where you communicate down here, and then up here at the top, like this right here is important right here. You click on this one. I'm not going to actually do it. It takes you over to multi-missions. You take this one right here, takes you to crew achievements. Make sure you are coming in, you are signing into your crew every single day so you can take advantage of the crew points. They give you free crew points every single day. And then come over here and double check that you are doing all of these things here, okay? And then you can hit claim all. You can get whatever you need. So you get crew points every time you get a new part, all the way up through 10 every week. It has to be a new part. Okay, and doing multi-missions and then others. So like the arena stuff, right? So anyway, so make sure you get those. Those affect your score too. And then you come up to the details. This right here will show you where you are in your crew. So my crew is making me look bad. Actually, I don't think 4,200 points in the first 24 hours of having the new week started is horrible. Just like down here, this is not horrible. Actually, Hax is our most latest member, so he just barely joined a couple minutes ago, actually. Anyway, so yeah, okay, so that's basically where you find your member list. This loads up pretty slowly. This is going to be your crew ID right here. And you can come to details, applications. So you've got people who come over here, they apply. You can either accept them or reject them. You can sort them, right? Anyway, okay, so then in here is the details. For example, so the requirements that I've created for mine are, you must be a member of my Discord server, and then you can see the requirements there to join the crew. You go to Discord server, you find the crew information, the GBGW time crew requirements, and then that's what it is, okay? And then this shows track record. It doesn't show you, it shows you last week. It doesn't show you anything beyond last week, which I wish it did. I know we have access to that. I just don't remember. Maybe right here. Yep, there we go. So as you can see, we've kind of, as we've figured out how it goes, we're still figuring it out. We haven't been doing this for very long. And I've got some new members, and I added a bunch of people that didn't participate in the beginning, so I ended up removing them. In crew ranking. Yeah, that was last week. Me last week. You see that? Look at that. 2 points. Sorry, ABC Junkie. That was kind of funny. Track record. You can leave your crew. You can change your crew requirements here. So, like, you change all these things right here. I have it on manual because I don't like people automatically joining it. I haven't changed the combat power limit. I keep the information over here. I don't really have a requirement on that. I just say you have to be an advanced level player, and you need to be able to do an EX mission on with another person without failing, because we do a lot of EX missions. So then you come over here, ranking. This shows you your current ranking for the week. This tells you what required crew points to be able to get there, to get to these upper rankings. So ours 47,200. Yeah, we're gonna probably be in this region at the end of this. We'll see. I think my guys, they're doing absolutely fantastically because we are staying up here. We're ahead of Sukiya. Sorry, dude. Ahead of his crew. Anyway, so this shows the top 100 all the way down. So there, if this is any of your crew, good job, guys. Get a little bit of moment of glory right here on my video. If you can read them, I'm kind of going through them pretty quickly. Anyway, so that's basically all about the crew stuff. Hey, buddy, I need you to be quiet, please. That's basically all about the crew inside of here. And now I'm going to show you how to get crew points. So like I said, sign in every single day. Your login, you have a login bonus basically every single day you sign into the crew itself, not just the game. You have to go to the crew. It gives you 50 crew points. And then other stuff I can't remember right now because I've already logged in for the day. Make sure you're doing your crew achievements. Like I said, come in here, claim all, do all of that. So that's basically, if you're doing this every single week, you'll get around 2,500 points, possibly up to 3,000. I haven't done the math. Anyway, so that's what you do to get basic crew points. Now let me double check that I've talked everything. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Creating a crew, I've already talked about that. Getting crew points. Okay, so yeah, so let me go show you what I've been doing lately. I will show you my little free dude here. I call him Armor, and I'm sure some of you guys watching this have run across him because I grind a lot. I set this dude up to have high armor, and he has very low everything else, which means he does not do a whole lot of damage. The reason I set him up was so that I could go into a mission, hit go, and know I'm not going to die if I'm with other high-leveled players. And I did it mainly for my crew, but I've been doing it with randos too, which, I mean, you could say that's not fair because he doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but he does take heat so that people who who can do a lot more damage than I do can just let me get pounded on. I did have it higher than that. I ended up changing a couple of these things in here because I was like, I wanted it a little bit fairer for the melee and the shot attack. And those of you guys who are interested, I do still have a challenge going on where if you can come up with using my parts in this game, in my game, without me having to spend money, come up with something that's very high armor and very high melee attack and a defender. Watch my previous video about that. You can have information on that to know how to participate in that challenge and see if you win at getting the highest armor and highest melee attack. Anyway, so I set this all up. Then I go over to missions, and this is how you get tons and tons of crew points, right? Go over to missions, and this is not tons and tons as in, I know people who have like 30,000 crew points, right? That's not what this is. What this is if you have a busy life and a busy schedule, work, kids, all of that, this is how you play the game. So I'm not going to do it right now. I create a game and I have people join, and then I go in there, I hit go, and then I live my life, right? I like take care of the kids, I cook dinner, I make sure I'm not dying as much as possible. I do die sometimes occasionally, and I hit my recovery tools, my EX skills. I make sure I'm participating. But because that guy he's not like the highest, but he does have pretty high armor. He's meant to take heat, he does not die, and so I'm able to do that really easily. So that's one thing you can do. Set up in a suit that can take a lot of heat or does a lot of damage and hit go. You're not going to want it to be a shooter because shooters don't do anything on go. They just do what melees do on go, which, you know, is kind of annoying. Go means you automatically attack, okay? And depending on your level, you can do this one. That's the one I usually do. I have done this one quite a bit. It's very, very low, but I literally do not have to do anything, and he just goes and kills everything. So if I have zero time to interact with the game at all, I will do this level. Anyway, so getting a lot of crew points. That is a good way to get a ton of crew points. It's more time. I mean, you spend more time in the game because you get less crew points when you're doing one of these lower levels, or if you're doing this without your crew mates, yeah, whatever. But you can do it pretty much on auto, okay? You're not having to constantly be paying attention. and they accumulate. So if you do that off and on throughout the day, that's called grinding, right? You get a ton of crew points that way. Okay, so that's one way to get crew points. The other way, honestly, you need to be playing with your crew. If you play with your crew, you get a bonus above just playing with other people. If you're creating the room, you get more points. And if you have people from your crew joining, you get more points. So you need to join a crew that is willing to play. You need to have a way to communicate with them. Like I said, I recommend Discord. So get a crew that's willing to play with you, and or just play constantly. And let's see. Okay, so when it comes for looking a crew or looking for new crew members, come join my Discord server. Let me go back. I'll show you how to join my Discord server in game. And I have a channel. I have 2 channels in there. One for AS crew recruitment and one for EN crew recruitment. Go in there and you can post what you're looking for. Make sure you follow the pin post. Post what you're looking for when you're trying to find a crew, or post what you're looking for when you're trying to find new crew people. So, and that's open for anybody. You do not have to be a member of my crew. I don't care if you, I don't care if you're a member of my crew or not. So that's for anybody to get information on, or to look for new crews, look for new crewmates. Okay, so if you want to get a ton of crew points, run missions together, or you can do what I said, separate and grind. A lot of crews have a require for a certain number of crew points. So if you want to be in a higher crew, you need to prove that you can get the higher crew points. So join a crew. Doesn't matter which one, just join and just grind, like bust your butt, grind, get a ton of crew points, screenshot your results at the end of the week, then use that to apply to a higher level crew. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So grind. You need to be grinding to get a ton of crew points. And even if you're grinding alone, grinding with other people, you're still going to need to do it. So these guys are playing with each other a ton. Like, they've been playing constantly. Excuse me. And they have the points to show it, right? So they're grinding a lot. Okay, so I've gone over looking for crew, looking for new crew members. Oh yeah, crew requirements. If you are running a crew and you're having a hard time getting people to participate, set up your requirements, set them low, and then gradually increase those and go a week at a time. What I've done was I set a requirement for 3,000 crew points a week, and I kept it there for 2 weeks, and then I raised that to 4,000 crew points in a week. And then anybody who doesn't hit it, you want to have a grace period where, like, if they get sick, if they have an accident, injury, something comes up at work, you don't want to just boot them, right? You want to give them a grace period. I mean, of course, depending on how you run your crew, if you want a cutthroat crew, then you can't afford to have somebody. Even if they have an accident, that makes it really difficult. And so you might just have to say, sorry, you're not in my crew anymore. Anyway, get your Discord server up, set the requirements, give them a week to fulfill, maybe 2 weeks to fulfill, just in case. I mean, you want to give them time to make sure it's what they really want, and then boot them. Don't be cautious or nervous about booting people. If you are the crew leader, it is your job to make sure that the members of your crew are staying up with what you've set. And if you set things up in the beginning and then decide you don't like what you've set it up, then, like I said, just set things up differently, set a requirement, give them a whole week, maybe 2 weeks to keep up with that, and then go from there. Make sure that you know what you want. Don't set things up to where you can't, where you aren't able to fulfill them, basically. So, like me, I mean, we're all out. Like, we want to silent, free, all out. We want to push hard, right? But I haven't set it above 4,000 crew points in a week because I want to make sure that I can still be in my crew, right? So I've already met this week's requirements, and Lyconius is going to be able to meet this week's requirements. So, but I also want to make sure that I'm not holding anybody back. So you just have, it's like a juggling, it's a balancing act. You have to decide what you want, what you don't want. And then decide how much leniency you'll give and how much you won't. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's all about crews in GBGW, how to get tons of crew points in GBGW. It's basically grinding. That's your crew tutorial. If you have any questions, comment below. And hit the like and the subscribe button, the bell icon if you want to be alerted to future videos. Come join my Discord. The link will be in the description. And, oh, a couple of tips. Crew, multi-missions crash when you do the call. Sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes it doesn't actually crash, but they found that when you're in a room and you call your crew, it can cause your multi-mission to crash. Other things that cause multi-missions to crash: bad connections, older phones. That's my problem. I have an older phone. It's like 4 years old. It runs really well still, but it does make me crash games occasionally. And then sometimes having the custom paint scheme on your skin or on your build, that one doesn't cause it to crash as much anymore. But anyway, okay, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, come join my Discord server. Let me know if you have any questions. And good luck with your grinding, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.